All right, grade sixes, I'm going to review your answers from question number 2 on page 133. So question 2A said find the percent, find 13% of 9. So again, yesterday we learned that when we multiply those two numbers together, we can find the percent, and then we just have to look at where the decimal place lies. So the question we're going to do is 13 times 9. And it was 13% of 9, and we know that 13% is equal to 0.13. So as a decimal, it would belong right in front of the 1. So we'll look at where that decimal place lies after we do the multiplication question. So 9 times 3 is 27, and 9 times 1 is 9. Plus the 2 that we carried over, that's 11. Now we can see that there's 2 decimal place digits in our answer, so there needs to be 2 decimal place digits in our answer. Sorry, 2 decimal place digits in our question, so 2 in our answer. So 13% of 9 is 1.17. Question B, 52% of 7. So 0.52 times 7. 7 times 2 is 14. Carry the 1. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 1 is 36. There's 2 decimal place digits in our answer, in our question, so there's 2 decimal place digits in our answer. When you look at that question, does it even make sense? So we're doing 52% of 7. Well, if you think about that, 52% is close to half. Half of 7 is 3.5. So our answer of 3.64 does make sense when we estimate our answer. Part C. I'm going to go through these a little quickly because these are review, and if you need to pause the video at any time, you can do that. So 65% or 0.65 of 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 6 times 8 is 48, plus the 4 is 52, and 2 decimal digits. 78% or 0.78 of 9 is 9 times 8 is 72. Carry the 7. 9 times 7 is 63, plus the 7 is 70. And again, 2 decimal place digits. E, 23% or 0.23 of 42. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. When we go to the next digit over, we have to drop a 0 as a placeholder. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 2 is 8, plus the 1 is 9. Then we add those together, and we look at how many decimal place digits there are. And there's 2, so there needs to be 2 in our answer. Now you might wonder, does it matter if I put the decimal or the percent on top or the number on top? Well, we know in multiplication that whatever you do, in multiplication, order doesn't matter. So just a simple example as an aside here, 2 times 3 gives us the same as 3 times 2. So it doesn't matter what order you put it in. If you do 0.65 times 8 or 8 times 0.65, it's just easier to have the number with more digits on the top. Okay, so continuing on with F, 17% or 0.17 of 68. 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 5 is 13. We're going to drop a 0 because we're moving over one position. 6 times 7 is 42. Sorry, the 2 goes down there, and we carry the 4. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 4 is 10. So adding these two lines together, and then again 2 decimal spots. Okay, 2 more from yesterday's work. 37% of 80, well, 0, 0, 0, it's all 0. So we're going to hold the 0 as a placeholder, and then we're going to do 8 times 7 is 56, and 8 times 3 is 24, plus the 5 is 29, and 2 decimal places. Again, pause and stop the video, rewatch any questions as needed. 62%, or 0.62, times 75. 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 1 is 31. We have a 0 as a placeholder. 7 times 2 is 14. What's a 1 again? 7 times 6 is 42. Oop. There we go. 42 plus 1 is 43. Adding those two lines together, we have 0, 5, 6, and 4, and 2 digits as a placeholder.